Hey everyone, Mr. Doe here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Um, in the last slide, you already saw notes for how to come up with the correct equation by solving for A, but here I'll just walk you through the steps. So on this warm-up, I know that I have my three key points, and it looks like this is going to be a downward facing parabola, right? So the first step you want to do is to just get your correct vertex. So I know that the vertex is right here, which is the highest point that the pumpkin is going to fly. So this is going to give me my h, which is 100, and my k, which is 75. So I'm going to type that in. This is all that I know so far. Okay, so h is 100. Don't forget the exponent, and then plus 75. So now that I got my vertex in the correct place, I know that I have to compress this, right? So that I'm going to make this negative, but sorry, I mean reflect it, but I don't know how much it was compressed, right? So we actually don't know what A is, and so we have to solve for A. And I'm actually going to do that on paper instead of guessing and checking. Nope, I don't want Spotify. There we go. So my equation was y equals A times x minus 100 plus 75. I think those are the correct numbers. Let's double check. Yep, that's correct. And now I've already used my vertex to get these two numbers in here, so I cannot use that point anymore. But I have two more points that I can choose from, 0, 0, or 200, comma 0. I like 0, 0, so I'm going to use that point and plug it in. Okay, so here's my point, 0, 0. I have my x and my y. I'm going to plug that in for x and for y. So here's what that's going to look like. My y is 0, and my x is 0. There we go. And from here, we only have one variable to solve for, which is a. So I'm going to use PEMDAS to simplify this a little bit. I have these two terms subtracting inside of parentheses. So I want to take care of that first. 0 minus 100 is negative 100 squared. Okay. And then next step is to do exponents. So negative 100 squared. If you don't know what that is, use a calculator, beep boop. And that should give you 10,000. So 4 zeros. And then from here, you can subtract 75 on both sides, right? So this is solving from IM1 because I want to ultimately get A by itself. So I subtracted the 75 to cancel out this plus 75. And for my last step, I want to undo this multiplication by 10,000. So I'm going to divide by 10,000 to cancel that out. And that actually solves for A, which is negative 75 over 10,000. You probably would have never guessed that, right? So that's why we have these calculations. So I'm going to go back and replace my A value and check. So negative 75 over 10,000. And you can just leave this as a fraction. That's fine. But look at how it perfectly goes through those 3 points that I have. That's how I know that I got it correct. Or you can just click submit and the code would tell you if you got it right or not. So this process is going to allow you to solve for A in the following problems, in the following practice problems. Okay, or ask your teacher. All right, don't forget to tip. Thanks, everyone.